Hey guys, welcome back. The title of this video is going to be Grow Organically to Build a Solid Foundation for Success. Grow organically, guys. So, let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever felt like there's something you've done ever that just felt wrong, right? Or just inorganic, right? It kind of feels wrong when you're trying to take a shortcut in something you're doing. Maybe it's a new skill you're building, or maybe it's a business you're growing, right? That can happen to all of us. It's real easy to take a shortcut. And I've had a previous video where I talked about this, right? And it's hard to decide if something is a shortcut or not. And maybe it's something that feels inorganic or organic. It's hard to decide that, and that's up to you. That's up to you and your judgment to decide if something is organic or not. All right, I think we should take a little bit of a few examples to this approach of growing organically to build a solid foundation. Okay, let's talk about some examples, and let's talk about how I feel about this, this problem a lot of people have to be successful, okay? So, anyways, oh crap. I'm like in a kind of a tricky area here with these trees. I don't want to get cut up or anything, so I'm going to move over here. There, that's a little bit better, a little wider, a little too tight in that tree line. Anyways, where was I going? So yeah, growing organically, that's what you want to do. You want to build a solid foundation. Why is that? All right, why do you want to build a solid foundation? Well, in order to pivot and scale a business or your skills, you got to have that foundation, okay? And if you try little tricks and shortcuts when you're building that foundation, you will not be able to pivot or scale when it comes to that point, okay? Let's first talk about maybe your skills, okay? Let's say you're trying to learn how to code, all right? You're trying to learn how to code, and you decide, hey, I'm gonna take ChatGPT, I'm gonna build an entire website. And you just ask it to go ahead and do it, and it does it, right? Great. You know, you've got a website now, but you try to service and maintain that website. Well, you could try to go back to ChatGPT, and you may get lucky, and it'll tell you the answer, but what if it doesn't, right, guys? What if it doesn't tell you the answer on how to fix that website of yours? Well, if you don't have any foundations because you inorganically built that website, you're going to be out of luck, okay? The same thing could be where, let's say you've got $50,000, you go and you hire a contracting team out in Ukraine or wherever, and they build you your website, and then you're out of money. Let's say you're out of money and you don't know how to maintain or even improve that website. Guess what? That inorganic growth just burned you, okay? It burned you because you ran out of cash, and you no longer know how to maintain or improve that website. So you're done, you're burned, okay? You wanna grow organically, okay? You wanna build up your skills to be able to build a website from scratch, okay? And then when you've done that, now you can take advantage of ChatGPT, okay? Or whatever AI you're using, okay? There's a lot of pros to using these tools, but you gotta be careful, all right? If it's something you don't understand the fundamentals on, you probably wanna stop and look into those fundamentals. Even though the AI will generate all this code for you, you still wanna understand the fundamentals, okay? So that's with a skill. That's just one example I can think of in my world where that type of skill needs to be learned organically, okay? And this probably applies to other areas in business as well. Maybe it's real estate, you know, maybe it's learning commercial real estate, the rules of it, whatever. You gotta learn the fundamentals of things to build a foundation, okay? So that you can pivot and scale. There's a time for that. When you get those foundations, you now can take advantage of ChatGPT or whatever tools it is. Even in construction, you need to know the foundations of how to build a wall properly, okay? That way, now you can build lots of walls with a nail gun, okay? Maybe build your first wall with a hammer, okay? So that you can appreciate how to build a wall properly, okay? And efficiently later on, all right? And you'll get better at building those walls, and you'll have different strategies for doing so. Okay, guys? So that's kind of your skills. You know, don't cut corners with your skills. It'll hurt you in the end. All right? Now, let's talk about building a business organically. All right, guys? You want to build a business organically. Some of the best companies in the world, they've been built organically, and they have a fantastic foundation to pivot their business or scale their business, okay? Pivoting and scaling is very difficult, and you need a foundation that will support those endeavors, all right? Those endeavors are difficult, they're gonna be messy, they're gonna be hard, and you need that foundational base to support your company, all right? Now let's look at some examples and some mistakes you could make when we talk about growing inorganically. All right, let's take a scenario, right? Let's take you're a small business, okay? You start a small business, you got maybe a new idea, a service or a product you're looking to sell, and you're not maybe you're not so sure exactly your selling points of this product, right? You're trying to figure it out. So you decide, hey, how about I go and start marketing and advertising this product I'm unsure of, all right? You don't even know what the gist of what your company's even about. So you go ahead, you blow all this money on marketing and advertisement. You get excited and you're like, hey, I'll go on Facebook and I'll just market and advertise and maybe I'll get some customers, right? The problem with that is not only are you spending money, you're also not even sure of what the exact marketing message is. It's almost experimental in a way, all right? And it's gonna hurt you at the end of the day. You're gonna spit out this wacky message that doesn't vibe to build a foundation of your customers, okay? You're better off going like door to door or, you know, word of mouth to try to sell your idea of a product or a service. You really are, all right? Because you're gonna learn from that process. You're gonna learn about your customer base. You're gonna learn about your own product. Is it a real viable thing? You know, if you just throw this thing way out there in the ether, it may not stick and it may not build a good foundation. Okay, even if you do get some customers from throwing out some advertisements, they may not support you if you go out and you pivot, all right? Or if you go and you try to scale that business. That's the risk you take to doing artificial, you know, growth, all right? If you throw cash at something, it doesn't always stick. And that's what I'm trying to get at, guys, is be careful when you try to boost something artificially. All right, unnaturally, all right? The best businesses are made organically, okay? They're made through word of mouth, through just good products, good R&D, and good, you know, just overall organic, okay? I don't know how to describe that any further. It's hard. You've seen the stories through our lifetimes. You know, you've seen the best companies grow organically, all right? And so that's what you need to consider. All right. Now, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So I've seen this with some YouTubers out there. Okay. They start up a small channel, right? And they get a few videos. Maybe they get a little bit of traction, and it's very tempting. There's this option to boost a video, right? And I've even seen some YouTubers say, "Oh, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have boosted my video," right? Because what happens is YouTube will go out and they'll post they'll do a bunch of impressions out there for their viewers, and they'll just get all these people who don't really care about their channel and their vibe, right? So they'll get a bunch of subscribers, and now you have noise. You've got noise in your channels because it was inorganic, okay? You don't know how to pivot because your community is all over the place. It may not even be there. You know, these people may not come back to your channel. So you want to be real careful with like boosting your videos inorganically if you're a YouTuber, all right? It's the same as taking venture capital money and trying to boost your business. It doesn't always work. That's why you hear venture capital money just fizzle out. A lot of the times they fail because venture capital is all about inorganic growth. They really are, okay? And that's the same thing with boosting your videos, guys. It's the same thing. So be careful when you're trying to do something inorganically. Build the foundation to scale and pivot. That's really the key. And maybe I'll rename the title somehow to scaling and pivoting, because that's what this is really all about. All right. And success is all about scaling and pivoting in business and in life and in your skills. All that applies. Okay. So hopefully this tip helps you guys in this concept. Maybe we'll do a few more videos talking about it. And yeah, if you guys could take a look at my previous video, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. And thanks everyone. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.